It's top of the hour, and it's time for Making a Difference. On this show, we explore people in the community and the difference that they make in our lives. I'm your host, CJ Metcalfe. Today, we have a wonderful and very informative show for you. We have Donna Dunakey from the Charlotte County Public School District. She is over the curriculum for Unified Studies. And I would like to welcome her at this time. Donna?
Hi, CJ. How are you
Hi.
today?
I got my apple
All
and I got
right, I love it.
my bag. Yeah,
Two of my
let's
favorite things.
let's learn about both of these today
Okay.
and how students can get more out of both of them this summer.
Okay,
Um,
great.
okay, Donna, go ahead and say what your official title is with the school district. It's kind of long.
Okay, so I am the Curriculum and Instruction Specialist for Social Sciences, K through 12. And so, in essence, I generally oversee the teaching and learning and curriculum of social studies in our district. So it's really exciting. I do everything from the mock trial competition to MUN to the Congressional Medal of Honor Character Ed program to Veterans Day, Black History Month, and just celebrating the centennial here in Charlotte County. So
Wow.
it's a whole wide scope, but I love it.
That is absolutely amazing. How many years have you been doing this?
Well, I was hired as a social studies teacher right out of graduate school in 1989, and I opened Murdoch Middle School. I took a couple years off when I had the babies. I came back in 2003, and I've been up at the district office as the curriculum and instruction specialist for social sciences since 2007. So this is my 14th year up in the district office, and I enjoy my job. I get to meet people like you.
Thank you for serving that long. You're one of those people that is behind the scenes, and without you, we wouldn't have a curriculum. Yeah, the students wouldn't be learning what they need to learn.
Well,
Um, Charlotte County Public Schools has I know you have a long history of your activity with local veterans and veterans organizations. Thank you for that. Explain some of the things that you do or have done with the veteran organizations.
okay, so, on a personal note, veterans have always, have a special place in my heart.
Mine too.
Many of my family members have served and continue to serve. My son actually is a graduate of the Naval Academy, and he's an LT, he's a lieutenant junior grade in his third year of service, and he's in Washington, D.C. So it's very near and dear to me. And when I was actually in the classroom, I made a special effort to bring in veterans and celebrate and honor our veterans with students. One of my most important and most sentimental belongings is a flag that a student sent to me from Camp Fallujah in Iraq in 2007. Because he was introduced into the military and serving and being a veteran in my classroom back in the early 2000s. So it is a long history of tradition here in Charlotte County, and there's a lot of things that I'm proud of. I've served on the Veterans Appreciation Committee for about 10 years, and that's actually where I met you, right? I have coordinated school participation in all of the parades, the annual Veterans Day parades. We do postcards to the post, which are thank you letters to our veterans. All of our school children do that. I send them out to the various organizations with a special emphasis on the nursing home, the Veterans Nursing Home. We do Veterans Day programming all around the district, guest speakers, flag ceremonies, things of that nature. The Vietnam Wall Education Foundation, we do an 8th grade field trip where every 8th grader goes down to the wall and they get to do a rubbing and they interact with veterans. And then, of course, we've done the Congressional Medal of Honor Character Ed program as part of our curriculum. We've actually brought in 2 recipients that have spoken to teachers and trained them on the Character Ed program. And then, of course, my work with the Military Heritage Museum, which I'm really excited to talk to you about.
Wow. Well, let's talk about the summer camp program at the Military Heritage Museum. How did you get involved with the museum?
Well, interestingly enough, about 3 years ago, I got a phone call from a guy named Gary Butler. Never met him. He was the new executive director at the Military Heritage Museum. They hadn't moved buildings yet. All they had was sketches. And he said, I'd like to get involved with schools. I think that's really important, an important mission of the Military Heritage Museum. Let's talk. So we went to the Starbucks, funny enough, on Kings Highway, and we talked for 2 hours just about the educational mission and how we could collaborate and how we could partner. And what I emphasized to him was that most everybody has a veteran in their family, either in their immediate family or a relative or a close family friends. All kids relate to that, and that's something that we share in common as Americans serving our country. And kids love to learn and love to talk and love to hear from veterans because it all brings us closer together. It doesn't matter, black, white, whatever. We're all Americans and we all serve our country. And we talked about field trips and about programming and how he could best support the schools. And it really kind of grew from there. It really has. And so we started with the field trips and just the inspiration from the students, even on those field trips, is what has moved us toward the summer camps.
And so is this the first summer camp program that you're offering? That for our listeners, the video aspect of this program, we have put up on the video the flyers dealing with the summer camp program. There's the history camp that's going on this summer, and then there's also a program that is called Saturday at the Museum. And if you want to see these, you can go on to the museum website and see these flyers. So, Donna, go ahead and let's talk about these flyers. Getting close to Memorial Day.
So really, Gary and I have been working together for 3 years, trying to collaborate so that we can bring opportunities, rich opportunities to students to learn about veterans and their sacrifice, to learn about history and civics and how the museum can best support the students in the county. We were both committed to providing high quality, educationally sound programs. And so we designed field trips that our kids have enjoyed. We kind of had a break with COVID. We had like 5 lined up for that last spring, and kind of had to put a quash on that. But what Gary saw for himself, and something that I've known, because I've done a lot of the field trips at the Vietnam Wall, is that there's something magical in that conversation and that collaboration between students and veterans. There really is. And I really wanted to explore that and offer those opportunities to more kids. So then we started to plan the history camp and the Saturday at the museum, and it started with curriculum. And so what I want your listeners to know is everything that we're doing in both of these programs is based on the Florida education standards. They're called the Next Generation Sunshine State Standards for Social Studies. They support civics and they support U.S. history, as well as the required instruction statute, which schools have to abide by, which is teaching about the flag and teaching about veterans and teaching about the Congressional Medal of Honor. So we've partnered to develop this program to inspire students, to give them an interactive, unique experience, and have them engage and connect with history and to honor our veterans.
Incredible. This is just what you have planned here it's just incredible. Now there are like 4 sessions to this summer camp.
with the summer camp is there's 4 weeks in July that we are going to offer programming, and each one is developed around a theme. And we pick these themes specifically. So, for instance, week one is called Celebrate America. And so we're going to do all of our activities and focus all the instruction and interactive, activities on how we celebrate America here in the United States. And like I told you at the board meeting, we have a Congressional Medal of Honor recipient that's going to interact with our students, our campers, in a virtual environment, and talk about their experience and the meaning of sacrifice. And I think it'll be a powerful lesson for kids. Week two is the fight for independence. So we're going to look at early American wars. Week three is Great American Heroes. And we're going to take a look at, those heroes in our history that we celebrate and we honor. And then the last week is events or battles that changed America. And we're excited about that because we're going to take a look at events in the 20th and 21st century, do a deep dive and look on the impact of the United States. Things like World War I, World War II, the Cold War, even September 11th. So I'm really excited about the whole process. And our Saturday at the museum, is like the summer camps, just a shorter kind of version. We're going to be thematically based, highly interactive activities. And the wonderful thing about the museum, it's really a destination. And I tell everybody who will listen to me, it's a must-see destination in Punta Gorda because it's that good. And we have leveraged the technology and the 21st century, technology again, with the museum artifacts to really create a program that's going to actively engage kids.
Who can attend summer camp? Is there an age limit?
There is. So right now, they're for grades 4 through 8. And we also have opportunities for our high school students to intern at the Military Heritage Museum. So we have that availability. We hope to grow the program, right? This is our first year. And we hope to grow the program so that we can be more inclusive.
Can the parents chaperone?
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. Of course, the Military Heritage Museum is always looking for new volunteers. And so if they wanted to volunteer, they would then call Gary Butler or Franz Brutus at the Military Heritage Museum about volunteering. Excuse me. Okay, you're muted.
Participate in the summer camp. Do they receive any credits or acknowledgments that they have attended this camp?
Okay, well, they do get a T-shirt. It's kind of a cool T-shirt with a neat logo, right? They're also going to get a certificate, but our vision is really, because everything's based on project-based learning, and I'll talk about that a little bit later with you, that they're going to create projects, kind of like the video we're going to see. And so our vision is at the end of the week, we invite parents, we invite all the campers, and they showcase their projects. And they'll get to take them with them. And then there'll be a certificate, they'll have their T-shirt. And then our high schoolers who choose to intern, they get community service hours.
Okay.
A little bit, yeah, that helps.
Is there a cost involved with going to the summer camp?
There is. The cost is $195 per child per week. But I want to say that scholarships are available, to parents in need, and that there are applications available at the Military Heritage Museum. So just give them a call.
Thank you for making that available for everyone. With the hours of the summer camp being 8 to 4, what will be the plans for food, refreshments, breaks, things like that?
Okay, so from 8 to 9 is kind of going to be the drop-off period and kind of get everybody situated. And then from 9 to 3 is going to be our instruction, and 3 to 4 is kind of the breakdown of everything and drop off. So what we've decided is that students will have to bring their own lunch, something that we're not going to have access to refrigeration or a microwave. So they'd have to bring it in a lunch box of some type, or paper bag or whatever. They have to bring their drinks too. Now there is a water fountain available, so they can refill water bottles if they'd like. But the museum is going to provide a healthy snack in the afternoon.
Okay.
So they'll have a healthy snack, prepackaged, safe, healthy, because it's going to have to pass mom's test here, that type of thing. And we will give them their snack in the afternoon.
Okay, this summer camp program, there are 4 sessions to the summer camp program, and I understand that the participants will register for each of those individual sessions, and they will pay for those sessions. Now, the fee is only covers 1 week of the summer camp. I want to make this clear that the $195 is just for 1 week of the summer camp, and that it does not cover all 4 sessions. Now, what I do want to know is, can the participants, can they attend just 1 session if that's what they want to do?
Yes, they can attend 1 session. And it is $195 per child per session. And what we tried to do is provide opportunities for scholarships. And so, like I said before, that applications are available for parents that have financial need. They can attend as many as just 1 session or all 4.
Okay.
Every session's going to be a little bit different. If there's a different theme, we have different instruction, a different project, so it's not going to be just kind of a repeat of what we did the week before. Every session's going to be a little bit different, a little bit, new technology projects, that type of thing.
Well, I think we have a video we're going to watch here. For those listening, again, this is a video. I will walk you through what it's saying, but I would encourage you to get to a computer and watch the video if you can. Military Heritage Museum presents.
Great.
Absolutely amazing. I don't know if I was muted during that, but I was reading the script that was coming up on the screen. Now, where do the participants register for the camp?
They register online. There's a website. It's history-academy.org. That should take them to the registration site. There's some more information for parents, and they can register for the summer series or the Saturday at the museum. There's like a choice menu. They can also call the Military Heritage Museum if they want more information. I think their number is 575. Well, do you remember the rest of the number? I'm not prepared. 9200, I think. So, either way. But I think Gary Butler is trying to do all the registrations online.
What kind of activities specifically will the participants be engaging in? The video, for those listeners, the video was showing some of the things, but we need for you to go ahead and explain to our listeners some of the activities they'll be involved with.
Okay, great question, and I'm so glad you asked me that. So the video that you saw will be something the kids will be creating. So we've based the curriculum on something called project-based learning, which is all about student-centered engagement in a project over a sustained period. So we're going to introduce the project on Monday, and they'll have a finished project by Friday.
Cool.
Right? So it is cool. And I really like that we can leverage the technology resources, and they're 21st century technology. We got iPads, we got simulators, we got virtual reality, in addition to artifacts and people, right? Because we're going to have veteran volunteers that are going to work with these groups of kids the whole week. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about the project-based learning. And for instance, in our week 1, the kids are going to create a commercial. We're going to show them an example like we just showed them. They're going to have to create an example from their perspective as a student and what they've learned during this week-long adventure at history camp, right? So daily activities, we're going to have rotations on the flight simulators, the virtual reality. We're going to have daily rotations in the galleries, focusing on specific parts of the gallery. There's going to be direct instruction in the morning from a great mentor teacher that I'm really excited about. And we're going to do mock trials, and we're going to do historical reenactments. We're going to have guest speakers. We got you coming one week too. You know what I mean? So I'm just really excited that it's going to be engaging. It's going to be based on a project that's going to teach kids about collaboration, and they're going to learn so much history, and they're going to learn so much civics, and they're going to have fun doing it.
Well, we're about to the end of the show. I wanted to get this squeezed in here. I hear that there's a program starting up called Saturdays at the Museum. Can you highlight on what that's going to be about?
Yes, it's going to be a monthly event every Saturday, one Saturday a month. We're going to do a mini camp based on a project. I'm really excited about. We have one on June 5th that's called Welcome to the Military Heritage Museum, and one on June 12th that's called, Waving the American Flag. So they can also sign up for that. That's just going to give them a taste of what we're going to do during the summer, but it's a way that we can keep kids engaged all year long.
And is there a fee to attend Saturday at the museum?
Yes, that fee is $25 per child per Saturday, and there's scholarships available for that as well.
Amazing. Donna, what a joy it's been to have you on the show and to bring the students of Charlotte County. What an opportunity for summer camp, something to do this summer that is productive, that they will learn and have hands-on experience in the beautiful Military Heritage Museum. So we're going to need to have you come back and tell us as this progresses. I just want to thank you so much for coming on the show. It's just been a joy. This is CJ Metcalfe signing off, and we will see you again next